How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is January 13th, 2016. I'm trying out a little bit of a different point of view for the camera today. The old GoPro. Let's see. So, as I'm sure y'all can see that now, I have found, so luckily, miraculously, I have found a silver passenger side fender for an 05 to 07 Legacy. That's exciting because a new fender is $260, an aftermarket new fender is $150, and they both come primered. To get them painted, that's another $150, $200 if you want it done well, color matched, and it's still not gonna, the color is not gonna be the same as the stock paint. So I figure this guy wanted $40, $40 fucking dollars for his JDM bra fender passenger side. There's this tiny dent on it, and he just sent me a private message this morning. I wasn't able to check it. I'll check it later, but he sent a private message to me showing the dent and telling me he'll ship it. He didn't want to ship it, so this is what happened. I was on the Legacy forums, classifieds last night. I saw his post, fenders, grill, hood, all this front end, JDM front end kind of thing. I guess he hit something because the hood's all fucked up and the fender's dented slightly, but I couldn't even tell from the pictures he gave. Anyway, he wanted $40 picked up, and he lives in Washington, Washington State. And I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to pick it up in Washington. But I have never found a passenger side fender for a BSM brilliant silver metallic Legacy 05 to 07. Pretty sure they didn't make 08 and 09s in that color anyway, but my fender is so fucked up. The alignment brackets are fucked up. It doesn't line up with the hood. There's a huge dent where it meets the corner light, and there's a dent on the top, sort of up towards the windshield, from where I dropped the hood down. Oh my god! Dropped the hood down on a channel locks, a pair of channel locks, and that just dented the. I was shaking the fucking header, the passenger side header off of the hood, off the head, and I had the hood just propped all the way up, 90 degrees, and without the hood prop on it. And I was shaking it, shook the car, and the hood fucking slams down onto these fucking channel locks and just fucks everything up. Fuck the hood up, the hood bracket anyway. What do you call that? I forget, the hinge maybe? I don't know. But anyway, he wanted $40. I told him, he was like, I do not want to ship. He made that clear. And I was like, I will give you $130 shipped and PayPal'd for that fender. And that gives you $90 to ship me that fender for your time and labor. Plus the shipping cost, obviously. And he got back to me this morning and was like, all right, let's do it. And I was like, sweet. I was about willing to pay $200. If that's what it took, I would have paid him $200 for that fucking fender. But obviously you start low, which I figured $130 to ship from Washington to DC. That sounds weird. From Washington State to Maryland. I thought $130 was relatively fair just to ship something. $90 for him to ship something. Anyway, now I also have a guy who's trying to give me some, I forget how many miles are on him, but 850cc Deechworks side feed injectors that I need for my VF52 swap, and those go for about, what are they, 500 to 600 new. He wants $250 for them. Well, he wanted $300. I offered him $250. He was like, I'll take it. So I'm probably gonna buy those today or tomorrow, and then I'll probably have them sent out and flow tested. Sent to Deechworks to flow test and clean or refurb or whatever you want to say. which is another $200, which you're essentially getting new injectors for $400. Oh my god, look at this garbage. What the fuck, dude? Anyway, essentially get new injectors for $400 for $450, which saves me about $150, maybe $200. I forget how much. I always say they go for $500 or $600, and then I look them up, and they're like $650 or something ridiculous. Anyway, I was also looking at a Via 52 with 30k miles on it. The guy has it up on eBay on a bid, which I PM'd him and I was like, I don't want to fuck around on eBay. Because he posted it on the Legacy GT classifieds, and I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to post eBay listings on the Legacy classifieds, but regardless, he did, like a cocksucker, and he wants, I don't know, he'll probably want $600 for it, but the bid's at $300. It's got 3 days left, so we'll see where that turbo goes. What the fuck else was I looking at yesterday? I was looking at a lot of shit yesterday. I still need a fuel pump. Guy wants $140 for a Walboro 165. And I was like, that sounds really expensive, but that includes the, look at this TL, dude. Excuse my language, but you know where I was going with that one. No tags on it either. I don't know if you saw that. I'm sure you did. Fucking retard. And traffic. And I'm just on my way to work. I'm really late. This is probably the latest to work I've been in a long time. Thought I'd let my my colleagues know that I was going to be late today. And now I'm really going to be late because this traffic is fucked. Anyway, I think that's about all I had to say. Well, I picked up the new, I don't know if I told you this before, but the camber bolt in the front right won't come out of my knuckle. The spindle, knuckle, and strut, whatever you want to call the knuckle. Spindle, knuckle. Anyway, the camber bolt won't come out, which in that case I assume that the lower strut mount bolt, the lower bolt for the strut mount, whatever the fuck you want to call that, won't come out either. So oh god damn it. So I just went ahead and ordered the camber bolt, the lower bolt, 2 new nuts, and 2 new washers. Yeah. Because we may end up having to drill or cut those bolts out. And that's going to be being done tomorrow if Chase can do that. Chase has the the stripped O2 WRX with a Blausch 16G XT on it, I believe. Apparently making about 350 at the wheel. 330, 350, something like that on the 2-liter EJ205. That's pretty good. And especially stripped, I think probably weighs like 3,000 pounds. Hopefully he's going to let me use his shop tomorrow and an air hammer and a torch to get those fucking bolts out of there. I am kind of terrified as to what is so tweaked that those bolts won't come out. I am sort of terrified because Andrew Tech couldn't get it out, and if Andrew Tech couldn't get it out, then I'm gonna have a hell of a time getting it out. Luckily, it's still not as bad as my old Volkswagen Passat front suspension. Anyone knows anything about those things, they only use 4-link front? Basically, it has 4 control arms up front, and that keeps the wheel, so when you turn the wheels don't camber in or out either way when you turn the wheels, which is so fucking German, it's unbelievable. I mean, I guess it's a good idea, but you use this thing on the top, this bolt on the top called a pinch bolt, and the pinch bolt is what holds the two top control arms into the knuckle. And let me tell you, the knuckle on those fucking cars looks obnoxious. It is huge and heavy as shit. Anyway, so there's a pinch bolt that basically pinches the two control arms to the top of the knuckle there. And those motherfuckers never come out. Holy shit. Give that bus a little scare real quick. So anyway, yeah. One time I tried to get the original pinch bolt out of the top, out of the suspension. And come on, X5, X3, get your ass out of here. Oh, Chrysler, oh, Audi's going for it. Said Chrysler. Looked like a Chrysler 200 for a second. Anyway, I tried to get the fucking pinch bolt out of that bitch, and I had an air hammer, would not work. I had a sledgehammer with a fucking, God, I can't think of any words right now. With a punch, just a sledgehammer and a punch. I was just wailing on that motherfucker forever, and it would not come the fuck out, and I was so pissed. So finally I ended up trying to drill it out. Ended up drilling, did you see those two blue Corollas? God, fucking Corollas are so gay. Anyway. I could not drill it out. I drilled it out and started drilling into the knuckle because I'm such an idiot. So as soon as I started going into the knuckle, I was like, nope, I'm done. So I put it back together as best as I could without that shit and have it towed to a shop to do it for me. And they were like, yeah, wasn't easy, but we got it. Fuck you. 32 degrees, perfect boost weather. Still on a VF40. Hopefully not for too much longer. Anyway, guys, that'll probably conclude this little vloggy vlog here. God, never say that again. Never again. Anyway, I'm gonna be at work in about 2 minutes, so have a great day, everybody.